alcohol can't all be bad, right? After all, we've been told for years the antioxidants in red wine are good for us, or that moderate drinking, that's an average of 1 or fewer drinks a day for women and 2 or fewer for men, can reduce your risk of heart disease. Well, turns out with those studies, there's a bit of a fly in the ointment situation, or rather, a worm in the tequila. The idea that red wine is good for the heart comes from something called the French paradox, which was the title of an episode of 60 Minutes in the 90s. The story goes that the French typically have a diet high in fatty foods, like all those delicious soft cheeses, and yet they have generally lower rates of death by heart attack. Instead of asking what could explain this paradox, much of the media just assumed it must be the wine. After all, it couldn't be the berets, that would just be silly, so pick a different French stereotype. The explanation given was that wine not only relaxes your aunt to the point she begins telling you family secrets you never knew, but that it relaxes the arteries and flushes plaque buildup in the blood, preventing clogging. In reality, over the years, we found that it's probably factors besides the wine that have the biggest impact. For example, people who tend to drink just generally, and people who tend to drink red wine specifically, are of a higher socioeconomic status, which itself has protective effects against heart disease. It could also be due to things like French people walking more or having access to universal health care. For more on this and other stories making sense of public health, download HealthWanted where you get your podcasts or stream on YouTube at WABE ATL.